Maserati Ghibli is the name of three different cars produced by Italian manufacturer Maserati: a V8 Grand Tourer from 1966 to 1973, a V6 twin-turbo coupe copyright from 1992 to 1997, and the Maserati Ghibli Executive Saloon from 2013 on. In a still-standing Maserati tradition, the Ghibli is named after a wind, the Libyan name for the hot and dry, southwestern blowing desert Sirocco. Ghibli I. The original Ghibli is a two-door, 2+2 V8-engined Grand Tourer released by Maserati in 1967. The Ghibli debuted at the 1966 Turin Motor Show. American magazine Sports Car International named it number 9 on its list of top sports cars of the 1960s. In 1974 it was replaced by the Maserati Campson. History The Ghibli was first unveiled in prototype form on the Maserati stand at the November 1966 Turin Motor Show. Its steel body, characterized by a low, shark-shaped nose, was designed by a young Giorgetto Giugiaro, then working at Gaia. Deliveries started in March of the following year. While the 1966 Gaia prototype was a two-seater, on the production car two emergency rear seats were added consisting of nothing more than a cushion without backrest and the Ghibli was marketed as a 2+2. The car was powered by a front-placed quad-cam 4.7L, 310 picoseconds dry-sump V8 engine mated to a 5-speed manual or, on request, to a 3-speed automatic transmission. It had a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 6.8 seconds, a top speed of 250 km per hour. The car also featured pop-up headlamps, leather sport seats and alloy wheels. The convertible Ghibli Spider went into production in 1969. Its convertible top folded away under a flush-fitting body-color tonneau cover behind the front seats. Thus the Spider eschewed any vestigial rear passenger accommodation, and was a strict two-seater. A removable hardtop was available as an option. The 4.9-litre Ghibli SS was released in 1969. Its V8 engine was stroked 4 mm to displace 4930 cc's, and put out 335 picoseconds. Its top speed of 280 km per hour made it the fastest Maserati road car ever produced. SS-engined cars have additional /49 designation. In all, 1,170 coupe copyright S and 125 Spiders were produced. In 1973 the Ghibli went out of production and found a successor the following year with the Baton-designed Maserati Campson. Specifications The Ghibli used a tubular frame with a separate body. Front suspension used double wishbone type, coaxial dampers and coil springs, and an anti-roll bar. At the rear there was a live axle suspended by semi-elliptic springs, with a single longitudinal torque arm, hydraulic dampers and an anti-roll bar. Magnesium alloy wheels were standard, originally fitted with Pirelli Cinturato 205 VR15 tires, while Barani wire wheels were optional. Even by the standards of its time and class, the car consumed copious volumes of fuel, but Maserati fitted the car with two independent 50L fuel tanks, which could be filled via flaps on either side of the roof pillars. Engines and performance. Ghibli II, the Ghibli name was resurrected with the unveiling of the 1992 Ghibli, a two-door, four-seater coupe copyright with twin-turbo V6 engines. Like the V8 Maserati Shamal, it was an evolution of the previous biturbo coupe copyright S. The doors, interior, and basic body shell were carried over from the biturbo. History The Ghibli was launched at the 62nd Turin Motor Show in April 1992. The Ghibli was powered by updated 24-valve biturbo engines, a 2.0-litre V6 coupled to a 6-speed manual transmission for the Italian market, and a 2.8-litre V6 for export, at first with a 5-speed manual, then from 1995 with a 6-speed. A 4-speed automatic was optional. The coupe copyright was built for luxury as well as performance, and its interior featured Connelly leather upholstery and Bell elm trim. At the 1994 Geneva Motor Show, Maserati launched the updated model year 1994 Ghibli. A refreshed interior, new wing mirrors, wider and larger 17 inches alloy wheels of a new design, fully adjustable electronic suspension and ABS brakes were added. The Ghibli Open Cup single-make racing car was announced in late 1994. Two sport versions were introduced in 1995. The first was the Ghibli Kit Sportivo, whose namesake handling kit included wider tires on its Futura 3 split-rim wheels, specific springs, dampers and anti-roll bars. The second was the limited production Ghibli Cup, which brought some features of the Open Cup racer were into a road-going model. It debuted at the December 1995 Bologna Motor Show. It mounted a 2-liter engine upgraded to 330 picoseconds. At the time the Ghibli Cup had the highest ever per-liter power output of any street-legal car, surpassing the Bugatti EB110 and Jaguar XJ220. Chassis upgrades included tweaked suspension and Brembo brakes. Visually the Cup was recognizable from its 5-spoke split-rim Speedline wheels and badges on the doors. Only 4 paint colors were available: red, white, yellow and French blue. The sporty theme continued in the Cup's cabin with black leather, carbon fiber trim, aluminium pedals and a MOMO steering wheel. A second round of improvements resulted in the Ghibli GT in 1996. It was fitted with 7-spoked 17 inches alloy wheels, black headlight housings, and had suspension and transmission modifications. On November 4, 1996 on the Lake Lugano, Guido Cappellini broke the flying kilometers world speed record on water in the 5-liter class piloting a composite-hulled speedboat powered by the Biterbo V6 from the Ghibli Cup and run by Bruno Abate's Primatist Special Team, at an average speed of 216,703 km per hour. To celebrate the world record, Maserati made 60 special edition IBL called the Ghibli Primatist. The cars featured special ultramarine blue paintwork and two-tone blue turquoise leather interior trimmed in polished burr walnut. Production of the second-generation Ghibli ended in summer 1998. It was replaced in the Maserati range by the 3200 GT. Ghibli Open Cup a single-make racing series for the Ghibli. The Open Cup was run to Ciacenza Euro 1995 and 1996. 25 Ghibli Open Cup racing cars were prepared. They were based on the 2-liter model, tuned to 320 picoseconds by using roller-bearing turbochargers, a freer-flowing exhaust, and remap fuel computers. A roll cage, Sparco racing seats, a Momo racing steering wheel, aluminium shifter knob and pedals, 5-point belts, automatic fire extinguishing system, an aluminium sump guard, carbon fiber air intakes, a modified fuel system and 17 inches 5-spoke Speedline wheels completed the outfitting. In 1995 8 races were held, 2 in Italy and 6 across Europe. In 1996, the car received a modification upgrade, resulting in similar track times to those of the Ferrari 355 Challenge. After the end of the 1995 racing season, several of the original 23 cars were used in national GT events. Today the Ghibli Open Cup is highly sought after by collectors. Specifications Like the Biterbos, the Ghibli had unibody steel construction, with a conventional layout of longitudinally mounted engine, rear-wheel drive. Suspension was of the McPherson strut type at the front and semi-trailing arms at the rear, with coil springs, double-acting dampers and anti-roll bars on both axles. The differential and rear suspension arms were supported by a bushing insulated subframe. Brakes were vented discs on all 4 wheels, and steering was servo-assisted rack and pinion. The engine was the latest evolution of Maserati's 90-degree all-aluminium, DOHC 24-valve V6 engine, turbocharged with 2 water-cooled IHI turbochargers and air-to-air intercoolers, 1 per each cylinder bank. It was fitted with Weber Magneti Marelli IAW fuel injection. The gearbox was a Getrag-supplied 6-speed manual from the Chamelon 2-liter cars, while 2.8-liter cars initially used a 5-speed ZF manual and were updated with the Getrag gearbox in 1995. At the rear axle there was Maserati's Ranger Torsen limited slip differential from the Biterbo, with an added oil cooler. Engines and performance. Ghibli 3. The current third-generation Ghibli was unveiled at the 2013 Shanghai Motor Show. The Ghibli is offered with three different 3.0-litre V6 engines, a twin-turbocharged 330 picoseconds or 410 picoseconds petrol and a 275 picoseconds turbo diesel, making the Ghibli the first Maserati production car to be powered by a diesel engine. An 8-speed automatic transmission is standard on all models. All-wheel drive is available with the most powerful V6, although not in right-hand drive markets. References. External links: Maserati Ghibli, Maserati Ghibli 2, Maserati Ghibli 2013.